Okay, welcome to today's class. So we will start lying down. So if you just want to lie down for a moment, let the body sink on the floor, just relax. So with your palms facing up and the shoulders up. So just really letting the body relax nice on the floor. So the legs are apart, the feet are falling to the side, and as much as your body of the floor as possible. And also straighten the back of your neck, so as much as your head is on the floor as well. So let the body sink on the floor. Taking a moment here, just checking in with yourself, see how your breath is today, without trying to change it, but just to observe where you can feel the breath, whether it is at your shoulder area, or your middle, or your chest area, or deep down in your abdomen. So just checking in, not judging it or anything, simply observing what it's like for you today. So keep in this position. And now we will do a few deep breaths. So putting your hand, one hand on the belly and one hand on the chest. And then inhale deliberately into your abdomen. And then exhale, abdomen down. So a couple more, inhale, abdomen up and out, exhale, abdomen down. One more. And now you can try, if that works for you, once you breathe into your abdomen, just what we were doing, and then breathe a little bit more so that you breathe into the chest as well. So in this case, the chest will go to the side. So that's lateral breathing. And then exhaling, chest down and belly down. So just experimenting with these, with either of these breaths. And remember, when you're breathing in, there's air in your stomach. So the abdomen goes up in the direction of the ceiling. And when you exhale, it goes back in the direction of the navel. So almost like a balloon inflating with air in, and then the balloon deflating. So 2 more breaths in this position. And then now when you've finished your 2 breaths, then let go. And then we'll slowly getting ready for movement. So just bringing a little bit of movement to the toes, to the rest of the body, and then making your way up to sitting. So make sure you're sat comfortably. So it can be on a chair, or it can be on a block, or but just make sure that you are nice and comfortable. And also, if your knees are like up like this, so then you might want a cushion to rest your knees on. So just make yourself comfortable. So we'll be here for about 5 minutes or so. So we will just start with some shoulder exercises. So we'll bring the hands to the shoulders like so, and then we're just going to do a few rotations, almost drawing circles with your elbows. So slowly, going quickly doesn't really help. So just feeling everything, and just, if you like to close your eyes, and then feel the direction that you're going in. And then when you're ready, reverse that direction. And then we'll go in a different shoulder work. So here, if you can, bring the elbows together in front of you. And then we will bring the elbows up down, and then back to the center. So just really see where you have a tendency to go fast. That might be because it's a bit hurtful or there's a little bit of pain, but try and resist and go slow, really feeling all the muscles. So 2 more. And then reverse direction. So we'll start with the elbows together and then reversing. And then relax. So now we're going to do a few neck stretches. So we will start by simply bringing the right ear to the right shoulder. And if this is enough for you, just stay there. If not, you can bring your arms behind you and then hold your left wrist with your right hand. So left wrist with left wrist with right hand. And then you can feel the stretch intensifying a little bit. If it's too much, back off. Otherwise, just staying there. So in this position, making sure that you haven't hunched the shoulder up. So letting go and breathe into it. And if you can, use the exhalation to let go of any tension there. And then relax the hands first, and then slowly bringing the neck back to the center. And now we do the opposite side. So one side might feel very different to the other side. So just bringing the left ear to the left shoulder. And then this time you can hold the right hand with the right wrist with your left hand. So just, again, making sure that you haven't hunched the shoulders up. And breathe again. So this side might feel quite different. And on the exhalation, just feeling a sense of ease, a sense of tension melting. Just try to visualize this relaxing. And then coming back to the center. And so now we will do a few cat-cow before we go into standing poses. So coming on all fours, so with your knees hip distance and your hands in front of you, and all your fingers are nice and widely spread, so that the whole weight of your body is not on the wrist but on the whole of the hand. So now just dropping, so just being in a level position. So inhale, the movement starts from the base of the spine, look up, open the shoulders, let the stomach drop. And then exhaling, bring the navel to the spine, let the head hang. And if you're used to this, you can curve your upper back as much as you like. So inhale, let the stomach drop, open the shoulders. Exhale, movement starts from the base of the spine, navel to spine, round the upper back and let the head hang. So 2 more of these. If you were used to doing this, you can close your eyes and feel the various sensations in your body. So 2 more. When you finish those 2, then we meet in child pose. Right. And now just resting in your child pose. So in child pose, the idea is for the buttocks to be on the heels first. and then just start bringing the head down. So it could be that the head doesn't go all the way down. And if that's the case, then you can just rest it on a block, on a couple of pillows. Or you might want to spread the knees, have a little bit of room between the knees, and then go down. And here, if you need to support the head as well, you can do, or you can just support the head in your in a tripod that you make with your hands. So just resting here. And then we now come into the standing position. So we come onto standing knees first, one foot forward, and then the other coming up into standing. So we'll do a standing sequence, and then we will go back on the floor. So we will try and have some rest in between things. And again, if you need a break at any time, you can go into the child pose, or you can go into the corpse pose as we normally do. Okay, so we'll start with the hands touched in front of you, releasing the shoulders. Tuck the pelvis under a little bit so that your upper back is nice and released. So just take a moment here. I will just demonstrate first, and then I'll talk you through. So we'll inhale, the arms go to the side, and then we'll exhale, get the hands to meet again. So let's go. Inhale, feel air in the whole of the upper body. And then exhale, coming to the center. So inhale. So it is a subtle breath. It doesn't have to be like very noisy. Just keep going. Keep your eyes open here. Just fixing a point in front of you, gazing a point, and staying with the breath. And now visualize the movement of the chest, letting air in, strengthening the muscles of the lungs, around the lungs, and just really getting as much oxygen in as we can. And then slowly bring the arms down. Okay, so now we're going to be going for a few sun salutations. So again, if you need to make any adjustment to these, please do. And so if you want any advice, you can ask. That's fine. It's just the three of us. Okay, so your feet are a little bit apart, or they can be touched as well. So whatever works for you. And again, tucking the pelvis under here a little bit. And so you can choose where you have the best standing position. So we'll inhale, exhale the palms together at the heart center. So taking a moment here. Connecting with your inner sun, inner light that is shining. And then inhaling your arms up first, just up, and then a little bit back. So you can just release the hips. Just stay here and breathe for a few moments. And then with an exhalation coming down, bringing your hands on either side of the feet. So hand, foot, foot, hand. And here, bend your knees as much as you need to. You need to make contact with the floor and let the head hang. So staying here in a forward fold. And for those of you who can get you the palm of your hands on the floor, do so. But wherever you do, make sure you've got contact with the ground. And now inhale, the right leg back, the right knee on the floor, uncurl the back toe, and then come on the tip of your fingers and looking up in the direction of the ceiling. So make sure that your left knee is directly above your left heel, looking up. And then from this position, so breathe normally. From this position now we'll go into the plank pose. So so just follow what I'm doing. I mean, it might be that you do it differently, but so in all fours position, just slide one leg back, and then without moving the upper body, just lift the other knee up. So that gives you a good posture. And here, if you've got a rounded upper back, bring the shoulders away from you and look just to the front of your mat. So staying in the plank pose, and now bring the knees down, uncurl the toes. If you need to watch this, you can first. So keeping the elbows in, we bring the chest down and the forehead down, and the buttocks are in the air. So now join me. And then slide your body into one straight line. And then we come up into baby cobra. So for baby cobra, leave your feet on the floor if they stay. Make sure they haven't gone too far apart. If they can't stay together, then that's fine. And then lifting your hands off the floor and looking in the direction of the ceiling. So we're just using our upper back to come up. Bring the hands by the chest, and then coming into all fours first, and then we'll go into downward dog. So coming up, the hips up, let the head hang, and then the heels can go in the direction of the floor if your body allows. So the neck is loose. Again, using all the surface area of your hand for the weight to be there. And quite a bit of room between the ears and the shoulders. And now we want to bring the right foot in between the knees, in between the hands. So to do that, you can bring the left knee down first, and then the right foot forward, unless you can do it in one go, in which case go ahead. And then look up. And then bring the back foot to meet the front foot. Let the body hang. And now we want to come up with a nice straight back. So we come back, we come up with a nice back, and then the arms back, coming up. Go up first, back bend, and then hands in prayer, and then hands by your side. So we'll do the same thing a few more times. So now we're going to be leading with the left leg. If you need a break, take a break. So inhale, exhale, palms together. Inhale, up, back bend. Exhale, hands either side of the feet. Inhale, left leg back, left knee on the floor, right knee directly above right heel. Come on the tip of your fingers, looking up. So we'll take a few breaths here. And then coming into the plank pose, so all fours first, one leg back, whichever one, weight onto the hands, all corners of the hands, lift the other knee, looking forward ahead of the mat. Slowly knees down, uncurl the toes, keep the elbows in, chest down, forehead down, buttocks in the air. Breathe normally. Now slide the body into one straight line. Using the next inhalation to come up into baby cobra. Still baby cobra, leave the feet on the floor and close, looking up in the direction of the ceiling. So you might not be going far at all. And then bring the shoulders back. Now bring the hands back to the chest. And we'll go into inverted V. So all fours first, and then hips up. Let the head hang. Downward dog. So here, if your knees go, if your heels go in the direction of the floor or on the floor, then do. So just breathing here. If you need to pedal your feet, you can do for a moment. It's not part of the sun salutation, but that's okay. And then now we want to bring the left foot in between the hands. So we bring the right knee down first, or if you can bring the left foot in between the hand in one go, you can do so. And if it doesn't quite get there, then you can bring your hands back in the same line as your foot, as your left foot. So now again into equestrian pose, so looking up, coming on the tip of your fingers and looking up to the ceiling. Again, checking your knee alignment, left knee above left heel. And then back foot to meet the front foot, let the head hang. And then just bring that center of gravity slightly forward. You can bend your knees as much as you need to here, no problem. And now we're coming up. So bring your arms back, flatten the back, coming up, going up into towards the ceiling first, and then into a little bit of a back bend. So staying in the back bend. So making sure the neck hasn't gone back too far. And then bring the hands to prayer and the hands by your side. So we're going to do a couple more. So this time I might give a little bit less instruction. So join me. Inhale, exhale, palms together. Inhale, up first, back bend. Exhale, down. Hands by your feet. Inhale, right leg back. Look up, check your left knee alignment. Tip of your fingers so the back is not rounded. Transitioning into the plank pose. One leg back, other one up, looking ahead of the mat. Breathe here and smile. You really are enjoying the pose, so enjoy. Bring the knees down. Uncurl the toes, bring the chest down, keeping the elbows in and forehead down. Slide the body into one straight line. And this time we'll come into cobra. So leaving with the hand staying on the floor and coming up. So navel stays on the floor. So looking to the ceiling. And then exhaling into downward dog. Inhale, right foot in between the hands. So if you need to bring the left knee down first, do so. Tip of your hands, looking up. Back foot to meet the front foot. Bend your knees, flatten the back, arms back. Come up, back bend. Then exhale, hands to prayer and hands by the side. And then we go again. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, up, back bend. Exhale, hands by your side. Inhale, left leg back. Tip of your fingers looking up. Check your knee alignment. Transitioning to the plank pose. One knee up, other one. And let the neck be straight. So you can just move a little bit forward if you like, and then knees on the floor, chest on the floor, forehead on the floor. Slide the body into one straight line, and then come up into cobra, shoulders away, elbows close together, hands on the floor, navel on the floor. So you're not coming up too high, and that's okay. So using an exhalation to come into downward dog, relax the head. And now we want to bring the left foot in front, in the middle of the two hands. So you can bring the right knee down first, tip of the fingers looking up, check the alignment of the left knee. So now with an exhalation, bring the back foot to meet the front foot. Bend the knees as much as you need to. And then we straighten the back first, coming up with a nice flat back, back bend, and hands in prayer, and hands by the side. Okay, so now we'll do one more, but then we're going to be adding some variations to this one, and we're going to be holding the poses. So now inhale, exhale your palms together. Just staying here for a moment. And now bring the arms up. So it's not really a sun salutation, it's just a, so when you get here, interlace your fingers, and the index fingers are pointing up. So that's the James Bond girls posture. Okay, or maybe, no, maybe the Charlie's Angel posture. Okay, we'll just make it up. And then slowly exhale to one side. Not too much, so your upper body is still straight. And then coming back to the center. Exhale to the other side. And then coming back to the center. And we do that one more time. Exhale any side. So we're not going forward, we're just going really side. Inhale, center. Exhale, one side. Inhale, center. And now just staying here for a moment. And then bring the arms down as they are. So just hold opposite elbows and let the body hang. So just bring your center of gravity a little bit forward and let gravity take you down as much as is comfortable. Maybe feeling something in the lower back. And if possible, you can keep your knees straight, feeling the back of the legs. But if this is too painful, of course, bend the knees. Use the intelligence of the body. And then we're going to go down, and then we're going to bring right leg back, right knee on the floor. So this time we're going to bring both hands on the knees. And then we're going to bring the right arm back and looking at the right hand. So the left hand stays on the knee. So it's just a twist. So really making sure your shoulders, both shoulders, in fact, are nice and relaxed. Looking in the direction of your right hand. If you can't actually see your right hand, just see how much your neck can move. See how much your spine allows you to move. And just here, checking your left knee, so the left knee is still above the left heel. And then coming back to the center, and then we'll go to the other side. So twisting to the left now. Left arm is at the back, looking in the direction of the left arm. So breathing. So this side would probably be more difficult because it's like a different twist to the open twist that we just did. And then coming back to the center. And now we're going to try and go, if this is possible, so you can bring the arms up, if that feels good, and then look up. And this is also a little bit of a balanced pose. So if it's not possible to go back, don't go. So just see how much back you can or want to go. So please don't force anything. You don't need to go back at all. So if you're just here, that's the pose. If you want to go up with your arms, or you can separate the arms, or if you want to go back, you can go back as much or as little as your body wants you to go. And then coming back to the center. And then we'll go to the plank pose again. So plank pose. And here, this is optional. So you can just stay in the plank pose, or you can bring your knees down. But if you want to try, you can lift one leg up and then the other. So one more time, or just relax. At any point, it's okay to just relax. And then now we bring the knees down, the chest down, and the forehead down. Slide the body forward. And this time we bring the legs apart, mat width distance. So here, before we do anything, we bring the shoulders away from the ears and then come up. So this time you might feel that you're going to go up a little bit more, and that's good. If not, then that's okay too. So now coming into inverted V. And then bringing the right foot in between the hands, looking forward again. So we're not going to go into the twist now. And then back foot to meet the front foot. And then coming up in the same way. Up and then back bend and then relax. So one last on the left, and then we will be relaxing. So inhale, exhale. And now bring the arms up and then just sliding one at a time up. So imagine, trying to reach something far up. And then we'll just do a little bit of a back bend without bringing the neck too back. And then bring the hands down. So we're doing the same forward bend as before. So now bend the knees, left leg back, left knee on the floor. So this time we're going to go again into a twist, but this time we will leave the left hand on the floor and then just open the right hand, the right arm towards the ceiling, so lifting. So we're staying with one hand on the floor this time. And then coming to the other side. So here it might be a bit more difficult. So if you need a block, you can use a block, or you can just bring the hands on the knee as well, whatever you feel like. So this time lifting the left arm up. And then coming down and plank pose. So let the buttocks drop, knees down, chest down, forehead down, the whole body into one straight line, and then separate the feet again, mat width. And then you can, if you like, you can bring your hands a little bit away from the chest, and then you can come up as high as you like, but then making sure that the shoulders are relaxed. Or you don't have to go high at all, just do what you feel like. And then coming down. And then we're going to go into the downward dog pose. And here we're just going to lift the right leg up and then drop it down. Lift the left leg up and drop it down. One more time, there's always the option of being in child pose. And then this time we want the left foot in between the hands, so you can bring the right knee down first, or bringing the left foot in between the hands, looking up. And now bringing the back foot to meet the front foot. Our last forward bend of the day. And then this time we're going to come up with a nice curved back. So just uncurling slowly, keeping the upper body round, coming up one vertebra at a time. And the head comes out last, the shoulders open. And take a moment here to rest and relax in the standing position. And then now we lie down and we rest for a few moments. So coming into the Shavasana position or the corpse pose. So just lying down. So just as we started the class, lie down, feeling the work in the body. And it could be that your heart rate has gone up a little bit. So what we need to do is we need to bring it down. So while you are lying down, so I'll come back up so I can better instruct while sitting. So you stay in the corpse pose. So in the corpse pose, feet to the side, palms facing up, shoulders relaxed, eyes closed, if that feels good for you. And now inhale for a count of 2, and then exhale for a count of 4 or 3. So by prolonging the exhalation, it actually induces the body to relax quicker. So inhaling for a count of 2, exhaling for a count of 4 or 3, whichever feels good for you. So staying with the count of the breath. And breathing in and out, slowly letting go of the weight of the body on the floor. Just letting go. So, the importance of relaxation after a little bit of work is not to be underestimated. So letting the body recover, letting the body rest. So where is the mind? Try to keep the mind connected to the breath. And with each breath out, letting go of any tension, letting go of any fatigue. And then 2 more breaths here. And then when you're ready, you can bring the legs together, and then bring the arms up and overhead behind you. Really give the body a nice stretch. And then coming up into all fours again. Slowly taking your time, there's no rush. So we're now going to go into the pigeon pose. So you might know already, I'll just quickly demonstrate the pigeon pose, and then I'll give you an alternative, and then you can choose which one you do. I'll talk you through both. So one is to just bring the knee here, and then we'll go down this way. So if you think that this is really not good for your body, then what you want to do is lie on your back, bring the right foot to the outside of the left knee, and then you can grab your thigh here or your shin, and then bringing that, trying to bring that leg towards you a little bit so you can feel a stretch in the right hip. So if you think that's what you want to do, please go ahead. Now I'm going to talk through the pigeon pose. So the pigeon pose is all fours, bring the right knee to the right wrist. Slowly just slide the left leg back. So just have a little peek. You need to not be able to see the left foot, so which means you're in a nice straight line. So here, your knee is like this. So it's almost like 45 degrees or whatever. If your hips are very open, then that knee might go in the direction of the left wrist, but don't worry about that. So now, before we do anything, so we'll do a little bit of a back bend here, looking back and relaxing the shoulders and feeling a little bit of work in the upper back. Breathe into this position. And then we'll let go. And then we'll come down onto our forearms. And then if your head touches the floor, you can go on the floor. Otherwise, you can use a block or some pillows to rest your head on. I mean, your head and your neck should be comfortable. So you can choose where you want your head. And if you can, if you prefer, you can just rest your head on make a pillow with your hand and rest your head in whatever position you are, just accepting that position as your best position for today. Even if you can do more, just stay there and be comfortable. So now feel where the tension is, where you can feel we're all different, so we might all feel it slightly differently. So if you're in the thread the needle position lying on your back, so you should feel the same thing on the right, on the right side, the hips. So here with the inhale and on the exhalation, try and mentally direct the energy to the hips, letting go on the exhalation. So trying to just let go of any tension. And also you can scan your body for where you're holding tension, and then just ask yourself the question, does that tension need to be there? If so, leave it. If not, let it go. So using the intelligence of the body, being in touch with the body so the body can tell you what it needs and how it can be not stressed. A couple more breaths. And then coming back up. So if you're lying down, then swapping the side. So if you're in the pigeon pose like me, so going back into all fours, so do what you need to do. If the body is kind of asking you to just move a little bit, then do so. Now, when you're ready, we bring the left knee to the left wrist, or we bring the left foot to the outside of the right knee. So whichever position you're in. And then here again, slide the right leg back, making sure that you're in a straight line. Level the hips if you can. And then we'll go into the pigeon pose, looking up. And then when you're ready, coming down onto your forearms, letting your head drop on the on pillows, cushions, whatever you feel good. Just trying to get the tension off the upper body. So this is about the hips, and as much as the upper body can be relaxed, the better it is. So mentally directing the breath to where you feel tension in the left side of the hips on the exhalation. So try it. If it's not a technique that you use, you can just experiment and see how you get on. So letting go, letting the body relax. Anywhere that tension doesn't need to be, just let it go. Let the head drop. 2 more breaths here. And then we'll come back into all fours. And then we'll come up just into standing just for one balance pose, and then we'll have our final relaxation. So coming one leg forward and then the other. And then we'll do a couple of balances before we relax. So with any balanced pose, you will need a point of focus in front of you. So get that point first. And your attention will stay there all of the time. So bring your hands on your thighs and your feet are hip distance apart. To know what hip distance apart, bring your heel to the opposite arch and then just pivot your foot. That gives you exactly the hip distance. So palm of the hands on the thighs. And then with the inhalation, we come up slowly and then on tip of the toes, however much you can be. And then with the exhalation, coming down, hands down, and feet down. So if you've got ankle issues, so be careful. It could be that you can't go very far, in which case you can just lift the arms at shoulder height. You don't need to try and go up more. So just experiment what works for your body today. So with the inhalation, we go up. And then once we've gone up, we slowly come down, trying to synchronize the movement and the breath. If synchronizing the movement and the breath is not something that's working for you today, then just breathe normally, but making sure you never hold your breath, but you keep breathing. So in this position, making sure that your shoulders are down. So this is a reminder that you can have for yourself throughout the day. Where are my shoulders? Are they up and hunched? Are they like that? Or shall I just open the chest and let my shoulders down? So this is something you can take off the mat into your daily life for your posture. And then slowly coming down. So do a couple more, depending on how you're feeling with this. And then down. And one more. And then down. So let's all do one more. And after the one that you're finishing, so this makes this your last one now. Going up. So feeling work in the core, the balance, stay with your gaze, and then slowly coming down. And now we'll just come down into sitting. So we will sit for one short breathing practice. So if you can go, if you haven't got any knee problem, you can just go down like so until you sit. Otherwise, if like me, you've got knee issues, then just get to the floor safely. So, and here again, making yourself comfortable. So we'll only be here for about 3-4 minutes. 3 minutes. So this is called the bee breath, and it's really very relaxing. So I will explain to you if you haven't done it before. So we will simply inhale normally, and on the exhalation, we'll make the sound of a bee like so. So we will, by doing this, we prolong the exhalation, and also the vibration in the throat is quite helpful for the thyroid, and it's really has got quite a lot of mental as well as physical benefits. So let's try it. We will do 6 breaths, and do not force anything, and we will start together, and then we will finish at different times because our breaths are different. So then when you finish, you lie down in the Shavasana position for your final relaxation. So we'll all finish at different times. So let's start together. Inhale. vibrations. And make this your last one. And when you've finished, lying down in the corpse pose for the final relaxation. So make sure you be warm for the next 6-7 minutes. So if you need to wear socks or grab a blanket or a top, then please go ahead and do so quickly. Not quickly, really, just taking your time. That's fine. So joining me for the final relaxation now, lying in the corpse pose where we've been a few times today. So with the shoulders relaxed, palms facing up, and the feet falling to the side. So letting go of any tension here. If you need to bring the knees to the chest, anything that your body feels like you need to do, go ahead. The idea is to remain completely still for the whole duration of the relaxation. So completely still. When the body is still, the mind is still. So making the last few adjustments to get yourself comfortable. If you need to bend your knees, if you need to bring cushions under your knees, whatever you do, make sure you're comfortable, really comfortable. And letting gravity support you. This is the time where there is nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do. Give yourself permission to let go of everything. And simply mentally repeat after me. I relax my feet. I relax my feet. My feet are relaxed. I relax my ankles and calves. I relax my ankles and calves. My ankles and calves are relaxed. I relax my shins. I relax my shins. My shins are relaxed. I relax my knees and kneecaps. Knees and kneecaps are relaxed. I relax my thighs. I relax my thighs. My thighs are relaxed. I relax my hips and buttocks. I relax my hips and buttocks. My hips and buttocks are relaxed. I relax my back, lower back, middle back, upper back. My entire back is relaxed. My entire back is completely relaxed on the floor. I relax my abdomen, chest and shoulders. Abdomen, chest and shoulders are relaxed. I relax my fingers, thumbs, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger. I relax the palms of my hands, the back of my hands. My hands are relaxed. My hands are completely relaxed. I relax my wrists. I relax my wrists. My wrists are relaxed. I relax my wrists. My wrists are relaxed. I relax my lower arms and elbows. Lower arms and elbows are relaxed. I relax my upper arms and shoulders. Upper arms and shoulders are relaxed. My upper body is relaxed. My upper body is completely relaxed. Tell yourself that if you were to move now, you couldn't. Your body is so relaxed, so heavy on the floor that you cannot move. Now I relax my neck. I relax my neck. My neck is relaxed. I relax my chin and jaw. Chin and jaw are relaxed. I relax my mouth, tongue and teeth. Mouth, tongue and teeth are relaxed. I relax my lips. I relax my lips. My lips are relaxed. I relax my cheeks. I relax my cheeks. My cheeks are relaxed. I relax my nose. I relax my nose. My nose is relaxed. I relax my eyes, eyeballs, eyelids, eyelashes. Eyes, eyeballs, eyelids, eyelashes are relaxed. I relax my forehead. I relax my forehead. My forehead is relaxed. Relax my ears. My ears are relaxed. I relax my head and scalp. Head and scalp are relaxed. My entire head, face relaxed. Head, face completely relaxed. Now bring your attention to your breath. As you breathe in, feel as if you're breathing in for the first time. Feel the oxygen, health-giving oxygen, nourishing your body, nourishing every single cell of your body. And on the exhalation, everything that you do not need, toxins, fatigue, stresses, physical, mental, all go out. So inhaling health, vitality, energy, exhaling disease, fatigue, toxins, stresses. So just repeating that to yourself a few times. Really feeling the power of the breath to nourish yourself. And now letting go of the breath, and bring your attention to any sound in the distance, any sound outside the house, any sound inside the house, any sound close to your body that you can hear. And then slowly waking up the body, bringing a little bit of movement to the toes and the fingers. And then slowly, if you like, just keeping your eyes closed still, coming up. Just taking your time, so going to one side first, just really taking your time. There is no rush. And when we are in the sitting position, we'll bring our hand in the prayer position to our heart for the purity of the heart. We'll bring our hands to our mouth for the clarity of speech. And we'll bring our hands to our forehead for the peace of the mind and the clarity of the mind. And thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you, Anju.